Hello to anyone who's going to stumble on my video and like. Hello in the future to anyone who's going to like the video. Hello. Hello to everyone. First, I want to apologize for two things. First, my image. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be reviewing my image because of personal mm, decisions. Yeah, nothing got to do with any abuse or anything like I used to see some other videos. Nothing, just personal. I'm not somebody who is so much into media and social media to review myself. It's just that what I want to share, I believe the message can pass through highly and connect so much and meet so many people through media. So this is something I've thought about for so long. Trust me, I've thought about it so long. I want to talk to so many people. I've been advised by friends, close friends, and talk about it to open media or YouTube or Facebook. I always say, you guys know I'm not a media person, but I sit and think about it. I'm like, okay, I could actually do it without revealing my image. A important thing is let the message should pass through and impact as much people as it can. If it's just one person, I believe one person can spread a news, spread the message, and before we know it, so many people are getting positive impact and all. Yeah, and secondly, my accent, maybe I might speak in my English might not, or pronunciation might not be the way you understand and all, but I'm sorry about that. I'll try as much as possible to be clear, and sometimes I might make some slants or compare things which you might not understand. You can just call it to my attention to bring it to your understanding, because this is a very sensitive topic. This my page is going to be about. Actually, it's about abuse in all forms, sexually, emotionally, physically, whatever, and so very sensitive, and especially the little ones. I'm really, I can say I'm an old age kind of person. I'm really scared with the way things are going now, like especially for our little ones, the little angels who have nobody to protect them. And I watch because I'm so dedicated in watching these cases, this investigation, Discovery, Netflix. Wherever I see these documentaries of true stories of abuse and the rest, I'm so intrigued. I watch and it always comes to my mind, and I see some people comment on things, and I'm like, sometimes we would never know the pains people are going through except we put ourselves in their shoes. Sometimes we are too harsh on the victims or on the close people that they did not protect them enough, or we always want to blame without actually really knowing. Yes, some people are foolish with blame, but for me, I believe when these things happen, we should know first and foremost that it's not easy on the victims or the relatives. So rather, it's best to help give advice on how to prevent or make this not happen again. Sorry about that. Let me try and close it from the noise outside. Oh, I just want to share thoughts. Like, I believe these things happen the way they happen, first and foremost, if not all cases, most cases happens with close members, either your husband or your family or close people. That alone it breaks one a lot, because these are people you trust, and in no way did you ever think they can hurt you, especially to our little ones. Even grown-ups, I always say little ones, because the little ones can process things like us grown-ups, and it's so heartbreaking that the world is so bad these days, so bad. I'm sorry, I'm going to put in plain language or what, because when I talk about it, I get really emotional. When I see those cases, I'm like, how can you do this to an innocent, defenseless person? How? But anyways, I'm just giving an introduction of what I'm going to talk about. Whoever stumbles, if you're interested, I'm going to be talking about cases and giving my opinions about it. And feel free to give your opinion. Like I said, I prefer more advice on the cases than throwing stones, like blaming, because you could give your advice and you don't know the next person who is going through that situation. The person can take this advice and just try to stop what's going on, or try to stop what is trying to go on, or might pick up some pieces of, like, identify some of those traits and be like, oh, this is trying to happen, and stop it. When something happens, we should take it, draw what we have from it, the bad, and try to prevent the next from happening, instead of blaming, bashing, insulting. All those will not help. It's not going to help the situation at hand, and it's not going to help the next situation that might happen. So this is most all about this page, and I pray tomorrow I'm going to have the opportunity to talk, to like go live, and for people to actually share their thoughts, like live on live, really talk other than typing and texting, because that's what I really want. But everything starts from little. If it's useful, you can share, you can like, you can spread, and it's just all about this one, because this abuse, gosh, it's so everywhere. The abuse case is everywhere. Everywhere we stand, left, right, forward, back, everywhere it's there. It's there. And the rate at which it is, especially the sexually abuse in children. Children breaks my heart, because I'm a mom of 2 children. I don't know how I'm going to stand. I don't know how I'm going to feel if such happens to any of my child. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't want to even think about it. Yeah, I don't want to think about it. So that's what I believe. For share our thoughts on how to guide this little angel. Share our thoughts on how to guide parents, individuals, on guiding, helping themselves with emotional abuse or physical abuse. It's all about sharing thoughts for us to try to, if not limit, eradicate all these abuses, because trust me, the mental issues is so alarming. It's so alarming, like, it's so much. People killing themselves, suicide, giving up. Somebody cannot even look at themselves in the mirror again to admire themselves, because they have been put down emotionally. People can't even wear a smile anymore. People wear a smile, sometimes will force it, it's fake. Or all about what? Life is short. Life is so short. Before we know it, it's over. I don't know those who believe Christian, they believe, oh, we go to heaven. Those who don't believe in Christianity, I don't know what they believe, where life will go after we die. So why don't we make the most of it? Why don't we live happily? Why can't we just try to be positive, happy one another. And if the world is going back bad, we should try to protect ourselves, protect our children, protect our loved ones. So this predators will not see praise. And if they don't see praise, they're going to stop whatever they're doing. So in our little way, one or the other, we could try and stop it. I'm going to be talking about stories because I've watched so many. I can bring a story. I might not give a full back to back of what is happening, but I'll give a headline of the video, and most, like I said, most things to talk about it. What we can draw out of this story, how we can advise on this story, how we can prevent from this story, how we can take the story and make it useful and make it help one another. Because trust me, believe me, before starting this, I have close friends that we have talked, and my advice in one way or the other helps. We help ourselves. Not only my advice, they give me advice, we help. And I believe so many people might not know this. Why not just try and reach out to them? We can just sit and feel like, oh, she's mature enough, he's mature enough, he should know, she should know, all this type of thing. But when I see these cases, and I believe some people are still ignorant, or maybe they might know, but they need a little bit of push, they need a little bit of people talking, because some people, they need a little bit of push to do something. Some people, they need for you to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Some people that are already emotionally drained, they need you to bring them back to themselves, for them to be able to take a decision and say, no, stop. So I really pray this forum, I don't know, content, I don't know, content creator, like I said, sorry, I'm not really a media person, it's going to help and touch a lot of life. It's going to help and touch a lot of life. You can feel down, you come and share yourself. I'm going to be talking about stories that have happened along the way. Who knows? You can share your story. You must not give your name. And then once you talk about your story, people can give help. Like I said, please, it's not all about bash. It's not all about blaming. Remember, you can never, ever, ever feel somebody pain because you don't wear the shoes. You don't know where it's hurting. Than to throw stones, it's better you help. Give a helping hand and say, this is my hand, take it. You don't know what that might do. You don't know how long, you don't know how far that your hand you stretch to that person, the help you've given. So this is what I want. I don't want blaming, because I believe also humans, we blame a lot than helping. We always want to try to blame. Even sometimes we speak and be like, if I don't blame you, who will I blame? We have to. There has to be an scapegoat. We have to be better. Some topics are so sensitive, especially assault. They're too sensitive because we trust humans. We trust a lot, and sometimes when we trust a lot, tend to put our guards down. There's some people that are really strong. They're really strong parents. And just the fact that they'll meet somebody and they trust, they put their guards down, or because it's family member, oh, that's my brother, he can do this, or that's my brother, that's my sister's husband, he can do this, or that's a family member, but you don't know the mind of people these days. That's what I'm talking about. So, well, I'm so happy I got the courage to start this page. And I believe I'm going to touch a lot of people. That's my aim. Because sometimes when you become a mom, or when you are in a stage of life and you see things happening, and you just want to imagine yourself in the shoe of any victim or families of victim, it's hurting. It's really, really hurting. So, not only me, like I said, it's a forum for advice. Take a case and advice. Whoever is interested, give you advice, your thoughts. Well, you might have done this well, you should have done this well, this person should have done this well, you should identify these things, and you know, well, you should. It's all about advice. It helps a lot. It helps a lot than blaming. It helps a lot. It goes a long way, trust me. It goes a very, very, very long way. Very long way. So I'm pleading on, or hoping this one was gonna touch lots of lives. I can just see it. I don't know, I can just feel it. And I believe and I hope it comes to pass. Let's make this life, even though it's dangerous now, let's make it worth living for our future generation, for our children, for ourselves. Let's feel good in ourselves, because if we are not emotionally stable, we are not physically stable, we can't even take care of these children that we bring into the world. These defenseless beings, these little angels that we have to hold them, we have to protect them. We have to be stable in our mind. Mental breakdown these days is so, some people even have mental breakdown without even knowing. And even we'll even go to, I even want to talk about, like I said, this lifestyle experience, talk about depression also, postpartum, all those things. So I might, because I myself even went through without knowing. It's afterwards that I read about it, and I was like, wow. So I went through this without even knowing. I thought I was crazy. I thought something was going on with me. But yeah, I was thinking, oh, I'm so ready for the bed. I'm so ready to be after mom. I'm so ready. I thought it's all about. But there is so much that some of us are ignorant, and somebody from right, from south, from west might know about it. And if you don't talk about it, if you don't hear it, if you don't listen to it, you'll be like, oh my God, I thought I knew it all. We all learn every day. That's what I pray this forum will be all about. Let's learn, let's advise, let's give a helping hand, and the world will be a better place. I'm happy I had the courage to start this page, to start this forum. I'm so glad I could come up with the idea. I'm really sorry of the fact that I'm going to be revealing myself, but I pray my message that's going to be passed on will be a strong one to hold people even without my image, because sometimes messages are, we grab the message. Yeah. So thank you all in advance. Anyone that will feel like sharing and giving a good advice. Some people have great experience, and we need those great experience talks. Anyways, like I said, this is what this special about: helping, giving helping hands to a sister, to a brother, to a mother, to a father, to anyone. So thank you all. Hope to see and comment, see more of people. Hope to hear more of positive things, more of advices, help. Oh, bye for now. See you guys soon.